Hi there, it's Patrick Andrews again with Blue Duck Power Washing, one of Detroit's largest power washing companies. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to properly clean gutters. Now at Blue Duck Power Washing, our gutter service costs a little bit more than other companies because it's worth it. And here's how you properly clean gutters, and here's how you ensure that if a company comes and does it, or if you do it, they're doing it to a degree that they will not need to be cleaned again until at least the fall, or if there's some sort of obstruction and whatnot that gets in there from time to time. Be it a bird's nest, we've seen things as bizarre as a tennis ball, things like that that get caught in the gutters. But basically, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a ladder that's plenty tall enough. You don't want to be reaching. This can cause imbalance. You can easily fall off the ladder. With that said, you also don't want to be on the roof. There's a lot of people out there that are able to manage, walk a roof, and I say good luck to you. It's not something that I advise. We've done it in the past, but it can be uncomfortable, and it can actually be more time consuming than using a ladder, depending on the pitch of the roof. So first things first, start wherever on the roof. It's not going to make a lot of difference, but you're going to want to get the ladder and scoop out all the debris by hand. Now you'll ask, why scoop it all by hand? Well, whether it's your own home or whether it's a customer's home, you don't want debris flying all over the place. Some customers are pickier than others, and your focus as a business owner should always be to be performing your work on a level that not only satisfies yourself, but the pickiest customer out there. So you're going to scoop all this stuff out by hand. Use a 5-gallon bucket. Don't use a lawn bag. The lawn bag becomes heavy. It becomes obnoxious to take up and down the ladder. The bag is easily weighted down with water, debris, what have you. You can end up with more of a mess than you started with. So you use your 5-gallon bucket, lawn bag on the ground. You're going to go up and down the ladder, moving the ladder accordingly to make sure that you can reach. Scoop everything out by hand. Now, what separates Blue Duck Power Washing from other companies out there is that we're going to power wash the interior and the exterior of the gutters and also all the downspouts to ensure their functionality. So we're going to take the pressure washer. You can use cold water. You don't have to use hot water unless it's in the winter, and that's a whole nother video, a whole nother animal that we'll have to get to at a later time. You're going to take the pressure washer, the interior of the gutter. Everything in that interior can be hit with a power washer. Same thing on the exterior. Unless it's painted recently, or if it's old paint too, you would have to be careful. But in most cases, you can pressure wash the inside of and the outside of the gutter. What you'll want to do is you'll want to pressure wash the inside, getting it back to bare metal. Now, why is this necessary? Well, the reason it's necessary is because the gutter was originally designed to function that way. The gutter, the interior of the gutter, is meant to have a nice flowing surface, to be slick. If it's not slick, it's tougher for the water, the debris, what have you, to move through it. The greater the likelihood you're going to have to pay for gutter cleaning again, the greater the likelihood that you're going to have obstructions, debris get caught in there. So you're going to pressure wash the inside of that gutter to where you can see that aluminum again. And again, you're creating a surface that is not abrasive. You're creating a surface that's smooth. So once you've done that, great. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your pressure washer, or have your company take your pressure washer, or if you're owning a company, you take your pressure washer. You're going to fire it down the downspouts. Okay? If water's coming out, if there's nothing building up, it's free. Great. If it is building up, there's two options. One, you can try and use the pressure from the power washer to free the obstruction. It doesn't always work. Depends on where the obstruction is. If the obstruction is too far down the downspout, where it's not getting enough pressure to move the debris, or the debris is perhaps too thick, too concentrated, you're going to have to get off the ladder or position the ladder where you can reach the downspout and tap it lightly with a sand hammer, anything that's not going to dent that gutter, whatever you have. And what that's going to do is it's going to vibrate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and eventually it'll flush itself out. Now that the downspouts are 100% free, the interior of the gutter is nice, it's smooth, you can see the bare metal, you're going to focus your attention on the outside of the gutter. Now, one way to make good money if you're owning a company, or one way to spruce up your home quickly, is to hit the outside of the gutters with the pressure washer. You actually don't need to be super mindful about the amount of pressure that you use on the gutter. What you need to do is simply pressure wash the outside of the gutter at close range, and you're going to see the dirt, the grime, all that stuff start to come off, and you'll notice that the surface 9 times out of 10 is really, really nice underneath, and you'll spruce up your home like that. Now, there is one thing to be mindful of. That's tannic acid staining. Tannic acid is created when the debris inside your gutters, leaves, sticks, all that good stuff mixes with water. It spills over when the gutter is obstructed. That causes those little lines. Now, there's companies out there that may tell you they can remove those lines. Great, good, haven't had experience or positive experience in doing that. But if they advise you they can, that's your call, and you'll have to do more research to figure that out. If your gutters are really beaten down, you can use like a Rust-Oleum, which I've used in this past, that it's not going to last more than, say, the season. I wouldn't recommend it more than the season, but it's a nice way to spruce up your home and get your gutters looking more to the original state. So again, to reiterate, you're going to use a 5-gallon bucket. You're going to go up and down the ladder. You're going to scoop everything out by hand because we don't want debris flying all over the place. Second thing, you're going to go ahead, you're going to use a pressure washer. You're going to make sure that aluminum is showing back to bare metal. That's all you got to remember on the inside. The outside, same deal. You don't need chemicals. You don't really need bleach and water, any of that stuff, unless you want to go way above and beyond. But you're just going to pressure wash the outside of them. You don't want to be within 1/4 of an inch, but you can probably be within 1 inch or 2 hitting the outside of that gutter. And your gutters will look basically brand new, or as new as they can. This is Patrick Andrews with Blue Duck Power Washing. I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave comments or email me on my contact page if you have more questions how to properly clean the gutters. I hope you have a wonderful winter, and hopefully you'll find this information especially valuable coming into early spring. Have a great day. See you soon.